Welcome. I'm the Deadwood Jedi, and today we just got patch 2.10, and we're going to cover everything that has to do with that. So I'm going to try and do this as quick as possible, so it's not an hour-long video, but there's a lot of stuff in this patch, so I want to try and cover it all for you. Before we get started, I do want to let you guys know I'm running an emoji contest in my Discord. I just started streaming on Twitch, and I want to offer some really fun emojis for people as they start subscribing and leveling up, which I encourage you to do, of course. But we're holding a contest in my Discord, and I want to add some emojis to my Discord. I want to make it unique and, you know, really function for my theme, my thing, my aesthetic. And I figured, why not offer you guys the opportunity to, you know, put your own stamp on it. Make what you want to be using when you're in the Discord, when you're watching my stream. And so I'm having a contest for that now. And the winner is going to get some gems or a free count coaching session. We'll do something fun for them. But really, I would like you guys to be able to, you know, put your energies, get your creative juices, come up with a very good, really nice emoji, and just go ahead and come to my Discord. There's a whole thread ready for it. Just drop it in there, and then even if you don't want to submit something, come by and vote, because the winner is going to be determined by who gets the most emoji votes for each emoji that's submitted. I think it's going to be kind of fun. And they're really cool. We got some really good ones in there already. They're very funny and enjoyable. So I would love to get a nice range of them, some things you guys think would be really cool. So want to encourage you guys to do that. Let's get into the patch notes 2.1. Okay, guys, here we are looking at the daily login rewards. I already got my 4-star chicken there. We have 3 new champions, Tanix Hateflower, Grush the Mangler, and Vizix the Unbowed. 2 of these are really good. 1 of them is not. I'll let you determine which. Actually, I'll probably tell you. But the point is that we got new daily login rewards. That's always nice to have. The rewards, they're not great. I'm not going to lie with you. There is a 5-star chicken here on the first 30 day. And let me make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. We have a 5-star chicken on the first 30 day. We got some shards going around. And we got 1 epic book. Keep that in mind. We have a 5-star chicken here on the next 30 days. A couple 3-star chickens for some odd reason. Couple of shards, and 1 epic book. Keep that in mind. And then we got to visit the last 30 days. We do have a couple sacred shards, which is really nice. Some more shards in general. Again, 3-star chickens for some reason, and 1 epic book. So I think you can see a pattern. The rewards aren't great in and of themselves, but the champions aren't bad, guys. Let me go ahead and show you what champions I am talking about. There are 3 of them. We have the Demon Spawn. This is Tanix Hateflower, support champion. You can see the damage is based off of attack. This skill heals all allies 3% of this champion's HP. HP skill, attack-based defense. Not my favorite combination. We'll see how it works. You can see the base stats are okay. 17,000 HP is okay. 1,100, 1,200 attacks, okay. 980 defense, not great. Okay speed. I don't see anything about this champion that's really worth investing your time or energy or money into. So that's my personal view on that. Something you're going to want to check out, though. But as always, it depends on the multipliers. The multipliers are good, champion's good. That's going to really make a big difference. The next one, I love Grush the Mangler. I like the sword on the back and the maul in his hand. He's bringing some cool stuff to his kit. Leech on the A1 defense, books up to 75% chance. That's a really good percentage chance on the A1 ability. A2, it's books down to a 4-turn cooldown, and books to 100% chance. Decrease attack, decrease crit damage. That's a really good champion, really good skill there. So it books up to 100%. I like those skills a lot. And then the A3, which is also books down to a 4-turn cooldown. Continuous heal, lots of continuous heal. I think that's a really good champion, really good abilities here. This is going to be the kind of guy that keeps you alive now. He does need a fair amount of books. You're looking at 15 books, so to keep him fully stacked. But for Clan Boss, this is going to be an excellent, excellent option. Leech debuff is really good. Defensive champ, I'm really interested to see the multipliers on it, though. That's going to make a big determination whether this champion is really viable or not. But we need another decreased attack champion, and this is a really unique skill kit. The only one that I know that does this. The last one, Vizix, the Unbowed, defense champion, books up to 100% on this A1 ability to reduce and buff turn meter. The A2 books to 3-turn cooldown and a 100% chance of placing decreased speed on all enemies, and gives a shield. It's really good. And then the A3 also books down to a 3-turn cooldown, guys. Provoke and provoke on one target. So it's not an AoE provoke. So that's less than great. But does place ally protection on everybody, which is good. I think this is a very good champion. I can see this champion being very good in spiders with that AoE decreased speed. I can see it being very good in every dungeon because of that, as well as with the provoke and the ally protection. And the turn meter manipulation here on the A1 could be really good in Friar Knight. This is a good champion, I think. We're going to see, obviously, like I said, the multipliers are what really determines it, but I have a feeling this could be a very good champion for us. And those are the champions that we have available from the daily logins, so that's pretty cool. The other thing I want to show you guys, the fragments. So we have Horden here. We have the fragment thing is available now. You can see we have Horden. I would not click this information button. It will freeze the game, at least right now until they get a fix in. So we have the Horden right there. So the way these are going to work, and I can talk about this. This is part of the press release that they sent out. The way this works is that a champion needs 100 fragments to unlock, and each fragment is unique to that champion. So if you get fragments for Foley, they won't be applicable for Dracomorph. And same thing with fragments for Horden, they won't be applicable for the Foley fragments. So that part's going to be interesting. Apparently these are going to be made available through tournaments and events. So hopefully, my hope is that they don't just offer 100 fragments total, that they offer several hundred fragments total, so you don't have to do everything, but you have a very good opportunity to be able to get this champion over time. Makes it a little bit more accessible. So that's my hope. We shall see if that is what happens. And it's kind of hard to make judgment until that happens. We did get some more accessories in. We have Cleanse accessory. Boy, we're running through this bad boy. Lots of stuff. We have a Cleanse accessory. Gives you 8% chance to remove a random debuff for each one of these that the champion's wearing. So you only need to wear one and it will work. If you wear all three, those abilities will stack. So you'll have up to 24% chance if you have 3 accessories with this ability, or an 8% chance if you just have 1, 16 if you have 2. And the same kind of thing applies to the refresh ones. These, when you use a skill, there's a chance that it will not go on cooldown, and these jewelry pieces are the ones that determine that. So you get a 5, 10, and 15% chance of those not going on cooldown. And then, all right, we're gonna save the Bazaar for last, guys. That's the whole thing. There are a bunch of fixes that they made, to Tag Team Arena. I don't really want to cover. There's a whole bunch of stuff in that. There is some fixes to some of the champions' skills. So Tormund's supposed to be working better. They're still tweaking Tormund 8 months later, and it looks like we're getting the freeze to work correctly at this point, I hope anyway, and the provoke. There's some stuff about if you have a ignore unkillable skill like Rotos does, it will not work and will not proc on the Giant Slayer bonus damage or the War Master bonus damage. It will only proc on the original skills damage. So start going Helm Smasher, start using Flawless Execution, I think is what that's saying. There's a bunch of other skills that are fixed up too a little bit. Foley's Living Armor is one that's notable. It works against Tormund now. Suzerain Catan is notable. Apparently it now inflicts damage to all enemies after removing the block damage buff from them with the Banished Time skill. Didn't realize it wasn't doing any damage to begin with. So that's a big fix. Maybe Suzerain's actually viable now. That'll be interesting to see. Elhain gets an extra 15% chance of landing a critical hit with her lightning arrow skill when it's ascended. Arbiter had a bug in her kit. So her A4 ability is it says it's a 20% turn meter boost. In actuality, it was a 30% turn meter boost, and let me tell you, that was a pain in my butt when I was trying to make my calculator. Apparently, that's been fixed. It is now a 20% turn meter boost. I'm not happy about this, guys. I'm very unhappy about this. I'm not saying it's a bad fix. It's a good fix. It needs to be fixed. I'm just pissed because I just built a clan boss team with Arbiter in it, and now I'm going to have to probably tweak it and look at it again. So I have to tweak and look at my calculator as well. It's just Not happy about that, guys. A little disappointing. It's a personal problem. Moving on. Mortem Macabre now uses the block revive correctly, which is really good. Let's see what else. Skullcrown, her passive is working correctly now. There's some stuff with Draco and Baron, so that I don't believe they get to crit with their bonus damage on their A1s. And I think that's pretty much it. There's a bunch of visual fixes, gameplay fixes. Nothing really that I think we really need to go over. There's some more warning systems kind of optimization stuff in there. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on there. Next, I want to take you guys into the Bazaar, because this is, I can safely say, the worst. Just poor. Very, very poor. I hate to say that. I want to be positive, but yeah, it's not exactly the best. So, without beating a dead bush too hard, let me show you what they released. Basically, you have to get to a tier in order to unlock the rewards they're in. So everybody has access to bronze, but you have to get into silver to have access to silver. You have to get into gold to have access to gold. And then there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I would better explain in game, because it is mind-boggling why it's this way. I'm usually the positive guy, but this stuff is poorly designed. First thing, you can see that you get gold for each one of these individual battles. That means, depending on the tier you're at, those bars will change and get higher or lower. That means you have 3 times in each battle to get gold bars. So there's a lot of opportunity to get gold bars out of that. That's good. The Bazaar, you can see the prices are not insane, at least for bronze. 1,000 for a rare tomb. So that's good for newer players. I think that's actually pretty reasonable. The epic tomb gets a little bit more pricey. Start looking at that, starts getting a little more pricey. And then the gold stuff, that gets really, really pricey, really fast. Which is a little bit unfortunate. Now, what does that mean? The price for a Void Shard is ridiculous, by the way. I don't know how a Void Shard is half the price of a Sacred Shard, but apparently it is. It's ridiculous. That's so dumb. One of the things, you can see the accessories are not super expensive, so you will be able to get those. That's actually a really good thing. Assuming that we want those accessories to be possible in the game, that's a good thing. So you can see here, these are the weekly rewards. So every week at the bottom of gold or the bottom of bronze, you get at least 600 gold bars. So that means every 2 weeks you can get a rare skill tome. That's not bad. I think that's a reasonable thing. You're at the very bottom. Every 2 weeks you can get a rare skill tome. Great. However, bottom of silver, that is not the case. An epic skill tome, that costs 13,000. Well, I'm only getting 1,900. At the high end, I'm getting 3,400. That's going to take you guys a month. At the very least, 2 weeks. Because you do get, 22 at the bottom, 22 gold bars per fight. So if you do 3 fights per battle, you do 10 battles. That's going to be a total of 30 fights over every day. You're getting 22 gold bars for each of those battles. You're talking about 600 gold bars a day. Not too terrible. Not too terrible. That's about 4,000 in a week. So it would take over 2 weeks for someone in Silver 1 without spending money to be able to get an epic book. It's okay, I guess. It's not terrible. It gets a little easier as you go higher up. Gold's even more insane. You get gold per fight, so about 100 per day, or 100 per battle here over the 3 fights. You get about 4,500 gold. Here's the part that really sucks, though, guys. Here's the part that really sucks. And there's another part that's a little bit more questionable as far as to what it matters. But the part that sucks is that if you fall out of silver, you no longer have access to silver stuff. You have to stay in that tier to have access to that tier's rewards. Now, why is that the case? I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense. Why do they have it? Why do they have it gatekeeped anyway? I don't know. But they do. And then you have to maintain your position. And you go, well, that's not so bad. I can maintain my position. I do it normally. Yeah, except for now, You have hard cap limits on the players. Look at this. You see these numbers up here? Those are hard cap limits. You want to see? Let me show you guys a little better diagram of that. We have this I got from the Diamond. Diamond's awesome, by the way. He's been good. Gives me the information. He listens to us. Just can't make the changes. But here we go. Player limits. You can see the limits right there. You can see the promotion demotion so that they balance out, so you have the same amount of people in these tiers every single time. Less than 10,000 people in gold, guys. Less than 10,000 is the max people we can have in gold. Less than 50,000 in silver. And a whole bunch are going to be in bronze. Now, it really depends on how many players are in the game. That's a number I don't know. Really depends how many people are competitive. We have a platinum of 300, right? And how many people really compete for that? Maybe 1,000. We have 10,000 people, less than, but close to, can be in gold. So it seems like there might be room for people to get into gold, but boy, that hurdle from silver to gold is going to be high. And you're only talking the transition. You're only letting another 900 people up and only 900 people going down. So that's a tough flow, guys. It's a tough flow. I don't know how I feel about all that. I feel like I don't have a problem with the hard cap limits. I actually don't think that's a problem. I don't have a problem with keeping that balance there. Now, there's not a lot of people, and I think, you have to balance that over time. You have to go, okay, is this the right number of people? How many people do we have competing? We want to make sure it's not log jammed. That's fine. The part that I have a real issue with is the fact that the rewards you can get is blocked by where you are in this thing. It's stupid. What if all the people that are in gold are have platinum level accounts? That means nobody below that can get sacred tombs, legendary tombs, sacred shards? What sense does that make? Let me save up. It's my money. Let me save up my money, my gold bars, to get what I need. I'm exasperated by this. I'm frustrated. I'm exasperated. I don't see how that makes any sense, and that is something they're going to need to change. They're going to need to change that in the future because it just doesn't make any sense otherwise. Anyway, that's my little rant on the Bazaar. It's ridiculous in my opinion, but, it's a thing. So, that said, guys, there's definitely some reasons to do some of this stuff to work on your 3v3 account. You can now get stuff from the Bazaar. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you can start getting gold now, or if that's going to wait till all the tiering has happened. I'm still not quite sure on that, but it's going to be important. It's going to be it's not necessarily going to be that important. The amulets and stuff are probably going to be pretty valuable and important, but those are, at least the prices aren't high. Getting into those tiers is going to be the tough part. So we're going to see how that works out. Yeah. Well, that's 2.1. I mean, there's some fixes in this update. I'm happy we got the login rewards. That's cool. The fragment shards, I'm really interested to see how that gets implemented. It could be really positive. Might not be, but it could be really positive. So I'm hopeful that they're going to do things the right way on that. I do not know how I feel about this. I know how I feel about the Bazaar. We'll see how that works out over time. Want to withhold too much judgment until it's finished, but I mean, it's just silly that they're going to block that access for us. Just seems gatekeeping is always a thing that is problematic. So I'm not a huge fan of that. But we'll see how this all goes. It's out there now, guys, and there's a bunch of fixes. The fixes actually are probably the biggest thing. I'm really interested to see how that works. Obviously, I have to now test my clan boss team. Not super happy about that, but it's going to have a bit of effect all over the game, so we're definitely going to need to check that out. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Excited about these new login rewards, though. I like those champions. I really want to try the Ogren dude. I think he looks pretty dope. So hopefully this was informative. Get those emoji submissions in, guys. That's some positive news right there. Get those emoji submissions in. They're amazing. I think you guys will really like them. So hopefully you guys can do that. I hope to see you guys on Twitch. I'm going to be there in the morning tomorrow, and I'm going to try and be there 3 to 4 days a week. So, check me out on that. I'm going to link, like I've said, I'm going to link all this Plarium stuff down below so you guys can check that out on your own, read the patch notes on your own. But yeah, guys, this has been fun. If you got anything out of this, please click the like, click the subscribe, click the notification bell. Let me know you're around, please. I put out this content. I got that website out for you guys. Do me a favor, subscribe. It makes a huge difference for me. It's all I'm asking. Nice and simple. But you know what? Either way, guys, till next we meet, I'm the Deadwood Jedi.